Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Judge Interactive. Today's topic is Wings of Valor. So, in today's fast paced world, the importance of core values cannot be overstated. Core values serve as guiding principles that shape our behavior, decisions, and interactions with others. They provide a moral compass, helping us navigate through challenges, maintain integrity, and stay true to ourselves. Not just for individuals, core values are of utmost significance for organizations as well. At Judge, our core value act as a foundation for professional and personal growth, allowing us to establish a sense of purpose and meaning in our lives and the world. By aligning our action with our core values, we cultivate authenticity and build trust with our employees and our clients. Core values define what we stand for, what we win, and what we prioritize. We have an esteemed guest with us today to emphasize the same. So before I call our guest, let me go ahead and use her, and talk about her, background. So Preeti Monga is our guest. Preeti Monga is a founder and CEO of Silver Linings Trust and Silver Linings Services. It is a renowned advocate for the education and empowerment of the visually impaired. She's the first blind aerobics instructor in India and an accomplished, motivated speaker for and counselor, impacting millions of lives. Preeti has received prestigious awards, including the National Award from the President of India in 2013 for her groundbreaking work in employment and self employment of people with disabilities. She was also honored with the Exceptional Achievement in Entrepreneurship Award by the Delhi government in 2015, along with accolades such as the Red and White Bravery Award and the Rajiv Gandhi Manav Seva Award. Preeti is actively involved in disability advisory boards and is a published author of two autobiographies. Let me go ahead and welcome Preeti. Hi, Preeti. How are
Hi,
you?
Mujahid. I'm good, and thank you for having me on this beautiful show. I'm absolutely delighted and honored.
Great. So, Preeti, thank you so much. I know you keep very busy, and thank you so much for taking out time for this. Thank you so much again. And so we'll start the session, Preeti. So before I go ahead, I know since this topic is given by you, right? So we can just talk
Mhm.
about that topic more before I
Yeah,
ask, other questions. That would be great.
sure,
So
sure,
over to you,
sure,
Preeti.
sure. So, the topic, as we all know now, it's Wings of Valor. And let me explain it a little bit. Wings, we all know, is our wings, the bird's wings, and all of us have wings somewhere or the other. Valor is something, another good word for it would be courage. Now, valor and courage are the same things, and it's very, very important for all of us to have that valor, to have that courage, because a lot comes in our path as we go along in professional as well as personal lives. A lot of challenges continue to come without fail to each one of us, and either we put our hands down and just allow the challenges to sweep us away and under the carpet, or the other choice we have, please, I'm underlining the word choice. The other choice we have is to actually get that valor, that develop those wings of valor and develop the courage to surpass those challenges despite challenges, to continue, maybe with slight alterations, maybe with big alterations, maybe with more learnings, maybe support, but to have the wings of valor becoming stronger and stronger, to surpass challenges and continue to achieve our dreams and be and go where we want to go, both in professional and personal life. So that is why I love this topic, and I thought that it would be a good idea today.
Great. Yes, Preeti. Thank you so much. So, so Preeti, let me start with the questions, right? And I'm sure me as well as once we publish this, everybody would look forward to your answers, because they would learn a lot from this. So my first question is, again, talking about core values. So how do you define core values, and why are they important in today's world?
How would I define core values? I think core values should be probably almost common for everyone. Core values is one thing, is what is coming to and has always come to my mind first is honesty. Being honest with yourself, be with the environment, with whatever is coming. We need to have the value of honesty. Then we need to have the value of being committed, our commitments, to honor our commitments, the value of commitment, no matter what. And beyond that, to trust, learn to trust, learn to trust ourselves and learn to trust people around us, the environment. Uh, these are three core values which I feel that could be common. Of course, there are many, many more values that we can think of and go ahead with. But these are fundamental values which um, can really help us actually change our position for the better in both professional and personal life. So these are three core values which are very, very important.
Great. And I'm sure different people have different core values that
Yes,
they follow, right? So
yes,
yes.
yes, of course, of course, of course.
Great. So, my next question would be, Preeti, that how can core values be adapted to remain relevant and inclusive in a rapidly changing and diverse world? So,
Yes.
what do you think about that?
Um, yes. So, Mujahid, it's very interesting. Actually, these core values, um, if they're ingrained into us, if we have the exposure to them as we have grown up, which most of us do. But even if we haven't focused on them, I think we need to start focusing on them. And once we have these values in place, no matter where the environment takes us or what is the rapidly changing environment, these core values will hold us in place and help us to trust, as I said, and be honest with ourselves that the environment is changing. That is the truth, and it will continue to change. Trust the environment and look towards the positive side of everything. And I think get that courage to step up whatever skills, whatever is required to be able to handle the new environment, which is, I think, coming every moment at us in a really fast pace. So, core values are something that are really, really helpful and they will hold us in place. Believe you me.
Right, great, sure, Preeti. So again, Preeti, I've been talking about core values, of an individual, right? But how about in a corporate space, right? So my next question is, what role does leadership play in upholding and promoting core values within an organization? So what do you
Yeah,
think about that?
yeah, obviously. First of all, leadership will not be leadership unless they have their core values in place, organizational values as well as personal core values. So they hardly would get to the leadership position. And leadership displays in their various at various forums and in various ways that those core values actually are seriously valued, and they are seriously a part of actually the development of their teams. And I feel that leaders need to lead from the front.
Right, great. Yeah, I think it's very important that an organization has core values, right?
Yes,
To
certainly.
ensure that they abide by that, and they should also,
Certainly.
the flow should be such as the core values are flowing from top to the bottom, right?
Sure.
That is how it should be.
Sure.
Great.
Sure.
So, yeah. So, Priti, my next question is, so again, just to help people who would actually go ahead and watch this video. So, what do you think? I mean, since you're an expert in this, what strategies can individuals employ to align their personal values with their professional lives, so that there's an alignment
Yes.
between professional and personal lives?
S- Certainly. Certainly. Because um, anyone and everyone is the same person at home, in our personal lives, and same person at the organization, corporate, wherever one is employed and working. So you're the same person. So if your values are strong enough, for example, we haven't talked about commitment. Um, you need to make commitments, you need to honor commitments, and you need to also believe that commitment takes you a long way. So, commitment to your family is why you are at a professional space, why you are and how you are able to perform in your professional space. Your commitment to your home and your commitment to the organization is something that you're a part of a certain process, a certain team, a certain role. So if you remain true to your commitments, you would fail, you would make mistakes, we all do. That is a part and parcel of it. But if your commitment and your honesty and your trust is in place, um, I think that there should be no difficulty in surpassing any challenges and aligning both professional and personal spaces together, right?
Great. Yes, Preeti, for sure. So this is what we were expecting, right? A lot of learning from you. See, when I'm learning a lot of new things while talking to you, so I'm sure a lot of other people would get benefit, out of this,
Thank you.
session that we're having right now. Great.
Thank
So,
you.
Preeti, I'll just go, one step ahead, and I want to
Mhm.
understand that, how do core values contribute to building trust and maintaining strong relationships with stakeholders, such as customers, employees, and the community. So, since we're
Certainly.
talking about corporates, how important,
Certainly.
customers are, employees
Certainly.
are. So, how do we do that?
Certainly. Certainly. I'd like to give a very simple example over here. I would want to give my business or entrust my business to an organization or a corporate where I know that my the commitments will be actually carried out to the last T, right? So if I have understood that a particular organization has its core values, I can trust them, they can be honest. Even if a organization, for example, manages to not deliver on time or manages not to deliver the kind of quality that I'm expecting, I would still come back to an organization that has come back to me and told me that we are very sorry, we couldn't do this, could you give me another chance, could you give us another go. So that is how I think this whole process actually um, helps any organization to move forward, and the customer will come back to you, and that's what all of us want.
So, Preeti, like in India, we have so many different cultures, right?
Mhm.
And the different norms that people follow. So we want to understand that how can organizations balance their core values with respecting local customs and practices in a globalized world with varying cultural norms.
I think you have just underlined the answer to this question. I think mutual respect is another value which would come into play over here, right? Because India, India is very, very diverse. Every few kilometers, something changes. Yet we are all today, I think we are one of those countries who are still lovingly and most respectfully uh, growing together, glowing together. So I think we don't have to worry much about it. Um, we have to understand one thing, that finally we are all human beings. And as once again, I'd like to go back to personal life also. In our personal life, it's a family full of different people from different with different natures, with different uh, set of ideas. We do argue, we do um, think differently, we do behave differently, but finally we know we are a part of the same bouquet. So similarly, I think, I don't think there should be a problem in aligning and keeping everybody together and functioning in a very, very comfortable way. And if there are, sometimes there are little tiffs and differences of ideas, I think that's only healthy. It just gives us opportunity to uh, rethink and move forward. So coming back and respecting each other's views and allowing everybody to blossom is what I would say.
Right, certainly, Preeti, because that is what how we have been,
Yes,
working till now in different areas, right? So I think why
absolutely.
not in this area as well?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Great. So, Preeti, now talking about, again, whenever, people start following something new, if not new, if they start following what they believe in, right? There are conflicts, right? And this is why we
Yes,
have, the
certainly.
concept of
Hmm.
conflict management, right? Right. So there can be instances where adhering to core values might, conflict with the opinions of others, right? So how can such conflicts be resolved? I mean, how do we, ensure that there's no conflict or we are able to manage that pretty well?
Yeah. Um, if there won't be conflicts, if the conflicts do not exist, then the development and growth will not happen. That is one thing, right? Because from conflict itself emerges new ideas, new nuances as to what should be done. Should we continue to part ways, or should we, if we want to work together, how can we find a middle path where each one of us can adhere? So that will only be possible if everyone, every person plus the organization respects and actually gives value to the core values. You know, it's very easy to say no, 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 okay, you don't agree, so you don't agree, so you know please, I don't think you are meant to be here. But then that is not the way. I think leadership will understand that that is not the way to resolve conflicts. However, if there is a very deep conflict which we do not feel that is going to be resolved because of the change and because of the the opinions are too strong, I always feel that it is very honest to again sorry, I always feel that it is very, very important to be completely honest about this and actually part ways or find another area to move into, because everything cannot work out 100%, but conflict is
True.
something that always gives us uh, a new perspective if you have an open mind,
Right. So
right?
conflicts are good, right?
Yeah, yeah, of
In
course
a
they
way,
must be
right?
there. I don't believe in a organization or a home or a family or a mother and child not to have conflicts. I mean, it doesn't happen like that. That's unnatural.
True. Very true. Yes, Preeti.
Yeah,
Of course. Great. So, Preeti, now my favorite topic, technology, right? Because we are a technology company, and again, the way technology is
certainly,
changing these days, I think it's important that we talk about technology in every topic possible.
certainly,
So,
certainly.
so my next question, Preeti, is how can technology and social media impact adherence to core values, both positively and negatively?
So, technology and social media today are the most powerful vehicles that are available to mankind, right? And it's a double-sided sword, which is sharp on the negative side and which is also sharp on the positive side. So, it is important and very extremely, extremely vital that all of us understand this fact, that how we want to use that technology. Do we want to use it to develop and to grow, or we want to use it to destroy and to be destroyed? And let me tell you, your choice will first and foremost impact us, yourself. It doesn't impact the later, the others. The first impact, negative or positive, will come on you. So I think we need to be responsible. We need to use such a wonderful tool uh, to it's become a global village. I mean, it's just so amazing. It is just super amazing that the technology has is emerging and bounding ahead. So it is absolutely our choice. So if we make correct choices, I think it is just supreme, and it's the way forward. We all know that.
Very true, Preeti. Yes, that's true. Great. So, Preeti, you're already doing so much for the education sector, right? And you're doing so much, for so many people. You are ensuring that they get educated, right? So, my next question is around education. So, how can education systems and institutions incorporate the importance of core values into their curriculum to prepare future generations?
Sure.
If core values are so important, then how do we ensure that it's actually in the curriculum?
Yes. A very pertinent question. Very important question for today's day and time, looking at where we are heading and how easily we can get distracted and misguided from our path of growth and development. Um, I would like to just share with all of you that during the time when we were in school, that is many, many decades back, there always was in every school a subject called moral science. And today it is vanished out of the system. There is nothing called moral science today. It is not given importance, and I think is the one of the biggest drawbacks in today's education. It's very, very unfortunate, but I think it should be placed back that into right from play school. I think we need to
Huh.
inculcate
I very well
this.
remember that. Yes, it was, and it was very interesting. I still remember. I used
Yeah,
to love
lovely it
moral science,
was.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
I loved the moral science classes, and even now I can remember every word that my teacher used to tell us, and then we had to enact all of that. And there were points given to us, and we had black marks and gold stars, related to moral science. I think those, because at home parents are definitely trying to do their best.
Mhm.
Grandparents, families are doing their best, but when it is not reiterated in the education system, it is not getting that importance, and it's not getting inculcated into the system of human beings now, and that's very, very um, disturbing. And thanks for asking such a wonderful question.
Thank you, Preeti. And so, Preeti, I still remember, a couple of days back we were discussing, and you talked about that how in the current scenario, currently how things are changing, right? How how people are not actually using their own creativity. They're depending a lot on technology, online website, right?
Mm, mm.
Digital world, right, to do their task, right, and they're
Certainly,
not
certainly.
believing in themselves, not believing in their creativity, etc., right?
Sure,
so
sure.
so I want to ask that how to rely on our own capabilities in the advancing world of technology, in which everything is at the tip of our fingertips, right? In case you want to search
Certainly.
something, you go to Google and find 10 different
Certainly.
write up around the same topic.
I
So how do we
understand. I understand.
ensure that we believe in our own capabilities?
Yeah. I would go a step back from there. As we have not inculcated that moral science, I'm coming back to that, and we have forgotten that a development of a personality of from childhood um, has taken a back seat. What has taken the front seat is how many marks do we get, how many accolades do we win, but how we are growing up, how the confidence of people actually is very shallow, because the depth of their knowledge and is actually not being developed in the way it should. There's too much pressure, there is too much pressure, there's too much knowledge, there's too much that is coming at us at such speed that we are getting lost, so we are not able to perform and to create. We only want to achieve something without being able to create it. And when we have just practiced to copy paste and to just take something from here, take something from there, I would like to tell our viewers one simple thing, that you are becoming a machine, and you will not grow into a personality of your own. Although each one of us has talent, different um, skills, and different ways of thinking and looking at this stuff, but we are not confident. We are just looking at the end result, which is going to get us some some meaty gift at the end of it. So this is a very very negative thing that is coming up, and I urge everybody to try and create, because your personality will shine through it.
Great answer, Preeti. I think we all would learn something from this for sure, and would start believing in ourselves more than again depending on technology and different systems. Great. So, Preeti, I think I've been asking you a lot of questions, and I'm getting a lot of great answers, a lot of insights, and I'm sure once we'll publish this, viewers would love this session and would learn a lot from this. So now coming to the last question that I have for you,
Mhm,
right,
mhm.
is so what can individuals do to strengthen their wings of valor and start a journey of living a life true to their core values?
Count my blessings. Individually, I need to count what I have. What are my blessings that I have? We all have negatives. We all have positives, but our positives, if we start writing down and counting them, they will surpass our negative list. And if you actually sit down and count your own blessings, you will actually be amazed at what is within you. And that, if you look at this list every single day, you watch the way those wings become so strong that you'll be flying like that eagle up there, and soaring above everyone else. And each one, there's room for all of us to grow. So more strength that you have, the world will become a better place just because of you, right? So look at what you have, and believe you me, each one of us has a lot. Have nots we also have, negatives we also have, but I think you need to focus on the positives that each one of us possesses. That's the only way you can actually uh, grow those wings, get them strong. And we have to stop listening to the noise, to the negative noise that is coming from us from various sides. And if you stop listening, the noises seem to become dull and then one day vanish. Believe it. I giving you a personal experience.
Great, Preeti. So, I mean, be original, believe in yourself. That is what the
Yeah,
message is, right?
absolutely.
True. Yeah. Great. So, Preeti, I think we had a great session. As
I
I said,
hope so.
again, some great answers. Yeah, some great answers. I learned a lot, from this, and I'm sure viewers would also love a lot from this. I also, before you
Sure.
go, I also want to, ask, one more thing, Preeti. So, you're doing a
Sure.
lot of great work, right, through your organizations, right? Silver Lining Trust and Silver Lining Services, right? So if we just talk
Right.
more about them, what exactly they are into, so that the world can also know and they can also contribute, and in this noble cause. So Preeti, over to
Sure.
you. If we can just talk about that, would be great.
Yeah. Thank you for this opportunity. And yes, silver linings, as its name says, it's just to tell the whole world very, very simple thing, that the sun is always there, no matter if the clouds come, bad times come, negative times come. The silver linings is always shining at the back of the cloud. That is what it is. And that's why we say silver linings in plural, because they're always there. So, what we do, what we are trying to do is we are trying to give an opportunity to blind children to become self dependent, productive, and contributing, dignified human beings with a solid foundation and quality upbringing and education. And getting all of that in the mainstream, remaining in the mainstream, not segregated. So we are into education, we are into early childhood learning and teaching, working with parents of blind children. We are into educating blind girls, focus on blind girls, because we are a very small organization, we need all the help that we can get. And we are, our children go to every child is going to a normal mainstream school, quote unquote normal. We are also normal, but still for understanding of others. And they seem to be doing as good as their potential is, and we are trying to raise their potential. That is one. We are also looking at prevention of blindness, which is unnecessarily people are blind. We are also trying to put across the message that disability, and especially blindness, does not mean inability. Uh, there are capable people if they get good quality, reasonably good quality, and equal opportunity at their upbringing and education. So that's roughly what we do. And we'd love you to take a look at our website. And if you can help, please, every drop counts. So we are always there. And of course, thank you so much once again for this opportunity.
Great, Preeti. Like I said, I know you're already doing a lot of great work. Your team is doing a lot of great work, and I'm sure people, now they know. I'm sure a lot of people already know about it, but people, who watch this video would know about it and would go to your website, and I'm sure they'll contribute and help, in this noble cause. And
Sure. Thank
before
you.
you go, Preeti, thank you so much for taking out time for this. I know how busy your schedules are, so thank you so much for taking out time for this session.
No,
And
thank
we
you
would love
so
to
much
have
for
you
having
again
me.
in future as well, Preeti.
Absolutely, I'm always there because my personal mission is to get everybody to live their best life, because this is the only life we have. So better live it well. So that is the message I want to put across. Thank you so
Great.
much.
Thank you. Take care, Preeti. Bye.
You too. Bye bye.